Welcome back to Breakfast Central. We've had a packed, a little over 1 hour. And in case you're just tuning in, you've missed a lot. And not to worry, you can catch up to all that we've missed or you have missed on our YouTube platform, News Central TV. Now, as we observe Children's Day today, it's imperative that we talk about helping young ones develop skills that will see them become successful tomorrow. These skills may include a similar one, just like we had in the first hour, talking about baking and playing the saxophone. Kids can start building life skills and coping strategies pretty much from birth, with each new developmental milestone laying the foundation for the next, as they learn how to relate with others and problem solving skills in ever more complex ways.
Our next guest has inspired many, including kids, to learn handy skills in addition to other related ones. Now, joining us from the UK, precisely from Manchester, is an exceptional creative architect and the founder of Taylor Furniture, Jumoke Dada. Welcome to Breakfast Central.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for joining us. Now, quickly, what skills have you been able to hone throughout the years, and how can kids begin to emulate your abilities in today's world?
I think luckily, like most of the things that you need to like maybe to be successful in life, you don't have to learn most of those things from school. And I think like that's basically like my story. For me, I would really say like some of the things that really helped me, in trying to like grow a brand is like, my ability to dream, and kind of focus and also being resilient along the line. I think those three things has kind of helped me. I think if you have those three things, basically, you can basically do anything you put your mind into doing. And yeah.
Absolutely, the ability to dream. It will be interesting. Before we wrap up, I'm going to ask you what your childhood dream was. But let's talk about your business. We learned that you started with your business with zero capital, that you founded your company Taylor in 2018, and you grew it into a multi-million dollar table-enabled e-commerce furniture and lifestyle company. Tell us about some of the obstacles that you had to encounter along the way, and what are some of the things you had to deal with.
When I was starting Taylor, at the very beginning, my parents wanted me to like, I studied architecture from University of Lagos. So like since I was like 13, my dad told me I was going to be an architect. So all my life, I've been preparing to be an architect. So if along the line I decided that, what, I don't want to do this, I really want to like set up something, then, that caused a bit of friction, coupled with the fact that I had to use my school fees to do that.
Wow.
So like they weren't like so receptive. And because of that, I just had to like do all of those things on my own. And for me, it's really like I really wanted Taylor to be like the IKEA of Africa. I really wanted to grow something big that Africans can be proud of. And for me, like all I had to do was just ensure that every profit we made in the early days, I had to like plow it back into the business. So like I didn't like take any money out for myself or anything. But luckily along the line, we got like a VC firm who kind of saw what we did and they were interested. And from there, we were able to raise our first seed fund in 2019. That allowed us, set up a proper factory, hire people and all of that. That was like the journey of Taylor till we came where we are today.
Pretty interesting journey, and of course also excited to see how far you've grown just since 2018. Now, Jumoke is one of the young Nigerian entrepreneurs that are shaping the future of Africa's economic growth. And like we agree, the world's population of youth is gathered on the African continent. Now, let's talk about what you can say the future looks like for every African child. From what you can see today.
I feel every African child has like that potential to be, whatever they want to be. Like I said, be able to like dream big, be focused and be resilient. I just feel like there's just a little tweak that has to be made, which is like the like awakening of our minds as Africans, where we've lived in an environment, where we see like mediocrity thrive, right? And, for young people, especially kids, like I was lucky to have my dad, like exposed me to a lot of things at a very young age, that kind of like changed my mindset on a lot of things that's kind of helped me as an adult, even running a business, for instance, like renewing of the mind and also like giving like kids the right opportunity, to express themselves, to, also support them in whatever thing that they like want to do or whatever talents they have. I feel like those two things really go a long way in helping like most African children achieve their potentials. Yeah.
All right. Talk to us, Jumoke, about your company's workforce. You're a young CEO, and talk to us about how you've been able to deal with managing people who work with you.
What I tell people when they come to Taylor is this: when you come to work at Taylor, you don't come to work for me. Like I always tell them, once you're getting to Taylor during orientation, you get to know what the vision of the brand is, where we are going, and if you say you're working for Taylor, you are working towards that vision, right? And I think the vision is so exciting. Where we are going is so exciting. Luckily, like some of them like happen in like a few years. So for instance, a brand starting from Lagos from zero capital is in Nigeria, is in Nairobi, also spreading to other countries as fast as possible. I think that vision, keeps a lot of people, happy and excited to work at Taylor. So it makes it kind of easier, to tell people what to do and all of that, because what, we're not just producing a chair, we're shipping joy into the homes of Africans, yeah.
Okay, final question for me. What would you say was the main factor that made Taylor so successful in such a little time that maybe other brands out there may need to look at?
I think Taylor really became successful during COVID. And that was because we're solving a problem, when I interned at one of like the biggest furniture companies in Nigeria as a teenager, one of the things I saw is like furniture is for the elite. Only rich people can afford furniture. So if you don't have money, you have to go through the hassle of, trying to engage a carpenter that might mess you up. And, like during COVID, we're able to like show a lot of people that, what, it's possible for you to be at home and you can really get affordable furniture without even visiting the showroom, right? That's why we also incorporate technology into like what we do at Taylor. So a lot of people say you guys are a furniture brand. What has technology got to do what you're doing? But COVID like proved that to a lot of people, and when a lot of people saw that, we can order furniture from the convenience of our homes. Guess what? The furniture is beautiful, the quality is great, and it's super affordable. And a lot of people jumped on it, and basically, and also a lot of young people love the brand, and like the vibe is there. So
the vibe is there.
All right, Jumoke, it's so beautiful to see the work that you're doing and how you've been able to inspire a lot of us just watching. And the great, I almost mentioned that we've seen a lot of these brands around the country, and we're looking forward to seeing it in our studio as well. Let's talk about kids. You did mention that as a teenager, you had already started interning with one of the biggest manufacturing companies or furniture companies in the country. Let's talk about what advice you would give to young children, teenagers or younger ones who maybe want to be architects someday and have a brand as solid as yours.
I just think whatever you put your mind into, like you can achieve it, you can do it. Don't let anybody tell you like you can't be anything, as long as you see it in your head. And I think that's what has helped me. As long as you see it in your head, you can do it. Anything you see in your head, you can do it. If you condition your mind to do it, like if your mind tells you can do it, then you obviously can condition your body to, to do that. So I think basically whatever you see in your head, you can do it. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
Absolutely. And of course, it's a really inspiring story from Taylor. We wish you more levels of success. And of course, we have a conversation that will continue. We started it before we came on live. We'll continue it right after the program. Thank you so much, Jumoke Dada, for joining us.
Thank you.